Mr. Higgins to strike the last word.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to Subcommittee Chairman Thompson for their work on this issue. But it's because of the work of Congressman Swazi and Pascrell and their compelling arguments for fairness that this legislation has advanced. The clarity that both of them have offered on the harmful impacts of the state and local tax deduction cap, I think, has helped get us to this point. Policies that threaten to decrease funding to already strapped towns, cities, counties, and states must be evaluated critically and thoroughly, and I appreciate the opportunity to add my voice to this. 25 states and the District of Columbia have average SALT deductions that exceed $10,000. 26 of New York's 27 have average SALT deductions above $10,000. The cap is not indexed for inflation, so more and more households will be impacted each year. The limit on SALT deductions also undermines one of our country's core values, that's home ownership, as it limits the ability to deduct property taxes. The cap discourages hardworking families from purchasing a home, creating a community, and building a stable life. In addition, the cap goes after hardworking middle-class families and public servants like teachers, like police officers, like firefighters. So I think it's wise that this bill works to specifically alleviate the financial strain this cap has caused. The SALT deduction has been a critical piece of the federal tax code since 1913, 106 years ago. By placing a cap on the deduction, we compromise the American dream, adequate public services, and a pathway to home ownership, and allowing hardworking Americans the opportunity to build a good and decent life. I support this legislation, which is fully paid for, and I strongly urge my colleagues to do the same. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Kelly.